Hey Capricorn-Aquarius, welcome into your Virgo season forecast here at Cusp of Roses. My name is Gabrielle. For anybody new to the channel, welcome in. For those of you returning, welcome back, my loves. And special shout out to all my channel members tuning into this message early and ad-free. I love you all so very much, and I thank you for your love and support by being a member. If you're interested in joining the channel, becoming a member, you get early access to all new readings, plus so much more in the form of perks and bonus readings. So if you're interested, check out that link in the description box below and join wherever you feel comfortable. Okay, I would love to have you on the more intimate side of this channel. But in the meantime and in between time, Capricorn-Aquarius, you are in your power. You are in your power. You've been committed. You are firm. Okay. It feels like, though, something about this power that you stepped into came with some unexpected twists, turns, and events, or something maybe is a bit more challenging, a bit more difficult than you thought it would be once you got to this level of power, whether that's within yourself or whether this is external status, okay? And I feel like some of y'all might be at the verge of giving up on something, giving up on a dream, I'm hearing. This was my dream, but it's not really panning out the way I saw it panning out. So it's maybe making you question whether you should stay in something or not, or stay committed to something or not. Okay? And I feel like the answer to that is hang on tight. Just hold on a little bit longer. Because there is something unfolding for you, but you kind of maybe had to weed through what wasn't meant to align in order to get to that right alignment. Okay. Maybe this was also like, once I get to this status, once I have this amount in the bank, once I reach this goal, something will become clearer or less confusing or less muddy, or I'll then know what to do from that point on. And some of y'all have met that goal, reached that benchmark, and there's still something that's like a little confusing or still something that's not clear. So that could also be disappointing, right? Putting this kind of expectation on a benchmark to serve you in a particular way and then it doesn't. For some of you, what you're seeking is within you. Not to get all bumper stickery, right? But it is. You might be seeking validation from something externally, and it's meant to come from within. You have to validate you. There's nothing in the external world or no goal or benchmark that's going to validate something that has to be validated by you. That's first and foremost, okay? It also is coming up that whatever you've been through, whatever's going on, is something that you can turn into some form of stability for yourself, or it's almost like something you could monetize. Your experience, your viewpoint, your expertise, whatever has helped you get to this particular status or reach that benchmark and goal, there might be a lot of other people that want to know that it could help and benefit. So I'm not saying rush and do it, but think about how you could maybe monetize that experience. I'm seeing like a PDF book or like a ebook or some sort of digital download you might be able to create that might be a new source of income for you. Take that only if it resonates, okay? If it's already been an idea, that's just confirmation that you want to move forward on it. But I keep hearing, take your time though. Don't rush it. Make sure it's done in the way that feels completely authentic and true to you, because it's not necessarily maybe the information that you're sharing. It's how you pull it together that makes it unique and valuable. So maybe this is something that's like a saturated industry or environment, or like there's so many of them out there, but there's something about your kind of spin and special touch on it that adds value, that would make it something worth purchasing. Okay? So that's what I was getting in my meditation. Again, I always take that only if it resonates with you in the moment. Leave it for yourself at a later time or for someone else. But I really kind of want to focus on these expectations out of this benchmark and kind of how you need to maybe validate yourself or what you're really searching for. Okay, so show me what that is here in Virgo season. Maybe it's the desire for something to be perfect. Magician in reverse. That's keeping you from fully actualizing something. Maybe I'm speaking on something you've already been doing in the works. You're already working on the ebook, or you're already pulling together the guide or doing the thing, but maybe you're over perfecting it, or you're focused on the wrong parts of why it's valuable or what makes it valuable. Like it needs to look a certain way or have a certain aesthetic, where really it's just, again, the authentic you that shows up in it is where the value lies, not in the surface things around whatever that is. Okay, so that definitely could be it. Show me why the Magician in reverse. Ooh, 7 of Cups in reverse. Hold on, is my deck upside down? Nope. Okay. Yeah, it's almost like analysis paralysis, when there's too many options, too many ideas, too much going on, that it makes it hard to take a step forward. Some of y'all need to like streamline something or whittle something down to just a few things, or get to the core points of something. Yeah, you might be trying to make something big and elaborate where it can be very like minimal and direct. Yeah, definitely. Feeling like you don't have power in a space or an industry or a voice or something to add to something that might already be oversaturated. But if you tell yourself that, that's what will be. Temperance, I love it. Your special touch on it, how you pull it together, the way that you do your alchemy with whatever the information is. Okay, so yeah, this could be something where it's maybe common knowledge, or again, everybody's talking about that thing, but maybe again, the way that your mind processes it, the way you present the information might make it click for other people. Everybody learns differently. So like, let's just say you're a visual learner, Capricorn-Aquarius. The visuals you create around the information could also help other visual learners, whereas other people are more text absorbers. They don't really need visuals. They just need to read it and they can kind of comprehend it. So you trying to create something that's just strictly text, doesn't necessarily speak to the authentic way that you learn. So it's something about like a how-to guide. Like, this is how I did this, that I did this, however you pulled it together is going to be really helpful for some people. So some of y'all got some creative energy to get out there. Okay. And this might be the season to do it. Wish fulfillment with the Star card. And the Fool. This could be something that opens up a door of opportunity to you, Capricorn-Aquarius. Puts you on a new path. The Ace of Rocks. Come on now, inspiration. Or inspires other to make a leap or take a jump or take a risk. To step into some sort of healing. It's almost like if Capricorn-Aquarius could get through it that way, or like they found success in that, I might too. And that's, come on now, Ace of Pentacles, that's where the value's at. what you're able to inspire with it is more valuable than the aesthetics around it, maybe. So I don't know, Capricorn Aquarius, if you find yourself comparing yourself in an oversaturated energy, that's exactly what's keeping you from doing the thing that you need to do. Don't worry about how everybody else is doing it. Like, yes, it's good for like market research and you can kind of better understand consumers. So some of y'all are in commerce or whatever it is that you do, products, I don't know. Right, it's important to know that, but not for the purpose of assimilation, but for the purpose of, well, where are the voids? Where are the missing pieces? Because sometimes people only buy things because it's the only option that they have. It doesn't necessarily mean that it works. It's just the only thing that kind of puts them in that realm, or that, whatever, right? It's the only thing available. So what you have to offer might add a certain level of diversity to that space that's needed. You might fill in the voids and the cracks that are missing with whatever is oversaturated in the market. Okay. Ace of Pentacles next to an Ace of Wands, it could bring in some really nice revenue for you. You might be shocked and surprised. Four of Pentacles. I just heard pull you out of penny pinching. Ace of Cups. 3 aces already. And not that you're penny pinching, but again, it's the Four of Pentacles is that sense of safety. It's your safety net, your comfort zone. Not really moving the Spirit of Pentacles. We could call it money for this instance, right? It needs to move. Hoarding it is just as bad as overspending it. It's something that has to flow. So it needs to be released and received. If you're not releasing and investing, then how do you stand to receive more of what you want? This is a risk it for the biscuit kind of a moment, Capricorn Aquarius. And I think the risk is genuinely small, but for you it could feel big. So I don't want to trivialize that. But in the grand scheme of how I'm seeing the energy, it's a risk that's so worth it. It's going to pay off almost, I won't say instantly, but it's going to pay off. Okay? It's worth it. The moon in reverse. Yeah. Yeah. And I think the niche or the voids or the little cracks and the little breaks that you might be able to fill in with this Ace of Cups energy are very obvious. It's not hidden. It's not going to take long for you to figure out how you can carve out some space for yourself in this industry or in this market. It just requires you to really believe in yourself that you can do it. And to trust yourself. Show me Temperance next to the moon in reverse. Trust yourself. Victory. This is about you carving out space. Taking up space. Not being intimidated by something. And I know intimidation, I'm not saying you are intimidated. I'm just throwing out general energy here again. Only take what really resonates with you. Don't take offense to anything, please. But I mean, that's a fair and valid emotion to feel when you're in a market that is seemingly oversaturated. It can be intimidating. There's nothing wrong with admitting that or feeling that, as long as you don't let it stop you. And I think that's kind of what's happening here, Capricorn Aquarius. You're letting it stop you. And it doesn't need to. The Lovers. This is something that could fulfill two sides of yourself. So you have that, well, you have that split, that Capricornian structure, Saturn. Oh, definitely check out the ruling energies. I'm going to start dropping that in the comments underneath each video for the month. You can screenshot it, see how it resonates with you throughout each season. Okay. But what I channel as the zodiac energies that might be important for you, the planets and the houses that are important, that'll now be in the comments down below, okay? But it satisfies two sides of your brain, okay? That Capricornian, again, structure, Saturn, established, routine, okay? And then that Aquarian, outside of the box, alienistic, futuristic minded, innovative, let's not do anything traditional. Yeah, it's tradition versus innovation. Let's stick to what we know versus let's throw all of that out and do something different that no one's ever done before. So we can stand out, right? Whatever this is, whatever this inspiration or flow of creativity or product you maybe want to create or thing you want to offer is going to give you the perfect balance between both of those energies. It's going to scratch both of those itches for you. Show me the star next to the Lovers. Thank you. Judgment. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. It's going to feel like you're calling. So some of y'all, you're at this point in your life where you are ready to step into purpose. You've gained enough knowledge, skill set, know-how, savvy that can support you walking this new path. And it might not necessarily be completely, totally overhauled and new. It's, again, carving out some sort of unique space for yourself. Your talents, your gifts serve purposes, and figuring out how to monetize the ones that you find maybe most valuable, or again, address the voids and the cracks and the blocks maybe within an industry that you're passionate about. That's your ticket. Okay? Yeah. You're hearing the call from the divine to step into this. Absolutely. Emperor energy. For some of you, this is going to put you on a new path to entrepreneurship. Being your own boss. Which I think, again, is going to satisfy both of those itches. You get the structure that you get to build and operate through. But then you also get to be the creative mind and creative force. And explore that otherworldly energy. That innovation. Again, you have all the tools, almost all the tools. And maybe that's what it is. Somebody here doesn't feel like they have enough, or they know enough, or they're prepared enough. You've got 3 out of the 4 aces. You only need that 4th ace to maybe get this magician upright. Let's see if it comes out. You got the Empress right behind the Emperor, though. Like I said, 2 sides. That Capricorn energy would be your Empress. Your Aquarian energy would be your Emperor. So leading through that Aquarian energy and then cultivating through your Capricorn energy is how your purpose is going to unfold, or is the right alignment, this Lover's alignment with the Fool, is where you find your harmony, Capricorn Aquarius. 5 of Pentacles in reverse, exactly. Filling in the needs. Addressing the worries and concerns, or the issues or the problems that people within this market, or consumers, if it is something in commerce, might be expressing. That's what you want to research. Okay, this thing is popular, but what are the complaints about it that people have? Because people will tell you all throughout their reviews and all of that stuff. I wish it looked like this, and I wish it had this handle, or, you know, I wish it went into more detail over here. It doesn't really explain that. Well, boom, there you go. That's exactly what you can go create and explain, because there's a market for it. Okay. Yeah, whatever this new idea, it addresses that. Show me the Ace of Pentacles next to this 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Come on, High Priestess. Confirmation. And you know more than you think you do. You have more insight, more natural intuition than you're giving yourself credit for, Capricorn Aquarius. Don't be afraid to follow it. Show me the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Swords. Right. You gotta trust this leap of faith. Yeah, it's like you're not meant to know the outcome of this inspiration, because it's going to be created by your choices and decisions. So knowing the end game like that, or, you know, that's going to muddy you up. You just need to be brave enough to do it. This is a season of trust. You got to trust yourself in ways, Capricorn Aquarius, that I don't think you've trusted yourself before. Or take you out of it. Trust the universe in ways that you haven't trusted the universe before. Clarify the Magician in reverse. The Ace of Cups. Three of Swords. Okay. Right. What if it doesn't work out? What if no one buys it? What if no one wants it? Again, it's not really about... Okay, I'm hearing virality. Maybe that's it too. Some of y'all might be putting pressure on yourself to reach a certain status and a certain level. It's like not even... It's just, again, the wrong focus. Authenticity. I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. Virality worked for a good little moment. Right now, that's not even where the energy is shifting and moving. Authentic energy. Doing it just for the gram, doing it just for the talk, like, that is dying, fading. Be your authentic, true self. This is all now about what makes you unique. That's where people are going to want to start knowing and focusing on. Okay? That's what I mean. Your unique voice, your unique insight has value. You've got to trust it. Six of Pentacles. So stop breaking your own heart by telling yourself you don't have anything to offer to this space or to this market or to whatever this is. You do, and what you have to offer is valuable, but if you don't see it as valuable, then how are other people going to see it as valuable? Okay? It all starts with you. Capricorn Aquarius, show me Temperance with the Six of Wands, and there's the Empress. Like I said, lead with your Aquarian energy, that innovation, doing things differently. Let that be your charge, but you cultivate it with the spirit of Capricorn energy. Structure, precision, consistency, hard work, dedication, wisdom. You have all that already naturally. And your experiences up to this point is definitely supporting you. So trust in that. Show me the Nine of Cups with the Lovers. There's that Capricorn energy. Right. It's like low-key, whatever this is, Capricorn Aquarius, you could dominate. Like if there's that need for domination, I need to dominate something and someone, well, hey, that's your business. I don't know. No judgment, but, well, judgment is out here, but I'm not judging you. The stars might be, but I'm not. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, dominate, whatever. Sorry, pull it back. It's, again, it scratches both of those itches. That's what makes you happy. I get to lead and do the thing, but then also receive and be creative and flowy. Like whatever this is, it's going to give you the best of both worlds that create you, that make you you. So you don't have to neglect one side for the other. And I think that's important to whoever this message is for wherever you're at in your life right now. It's like you can't afford to leave parts of yourself in the dark. It all has to be given sunlight. It all needs to be nurtured together. Okay, and maybe that's what your career or your work has been up until this point, really only focused on one side of yourself. This new adventure, this new opportunity is going to give you that opportunity to incorporate the other parts of you. Okay? And you're still going to dominate, okay? You are. You're going to be great. Wonderful. It's going to work out. Show me the Star with Judgment in this double energy. Oh. The Queen of Pentacles and the Hierophant kind of flipped out in reverse. Yeah, you've got to be committed to doing something uniquely and not falling to the pressure of doing what everybody else is doing. And I know that with that Aquarian energy, that doesn't necessarily come to you naturally to be a follower, but there might be pressure to mimic other people's paths where you're meant to carve out one. Okay? Like I said, creating space for yourself. That's essential to whatever this Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Rods is. Can I get one for the Star in Judgment next to the Devil? Thank you, Divine. The Tower. This could definitely be something that maybe pulls on the more softer nature of you. And maybe you felt like you wouldn't be successful in pursuing something in that energy, but you are going to be, which then is going to call judgment to those thoughts and beliefs that you couldn't be. Some of y'all, this is about like reclaiming time that might have been lost to outdated beliefs or pressure that you might have succumbed to. Getting back on track is what I just heard. You're getting back on track with a path or a destiny that's meant for you, Capricorn Aquarius. 3 of Pentacles, yeah. Nobody's gonna outwork you. We know that, right? That's what makes this even more powerful. Because once you find that right thing, once you figure out that space for yourself, the work ethic you're gonna apply to it is gonna be unmatched. So it will inevitably work out for you. You might even be shocked at how quickly something works out for you too. And then it'll be like, why didn't I do this sooner? Don't do that to yourself. You did it when you felt ready, when it was the right time. Yeah, the Hangman. Now that I see this is possible, I could have been did this. Now you're going to put all that pressure in. Well, now I got to make up for lost time. Don't do that to yourself. There's no such thing as lost time. Okay? Take that, throw that thought all the way away, because that creates unnecessary pressure that just doesn't need to exist, especially if you are going to be stepping into some sort of entrepreneurial role. The opportunity came to you, it approached you when it was time. Nothing to make up for, only things to create from here on out. Okay? But yeah, there's something about your insight and your point of view that's really valuable, Capricorn Aquarius. Like I said, you could turn that Ace of Pentacles into 2, then into 3, then into 6. Okay? And I think too, this is going to be valuable for somebody. Try not to embark on this as something that is going to bring you some form of consistency. This is something that the divine is encouraging you to pursue that is going to change. You're going to have to keep up with the shifts and the changes. But I think that's what brings in the 9 of Cups with the Lovers energy for you. That monotony and that kind of same thing every single day was probably draining you more than you thought it was, even though it's comfortable for you. The fact that whatever you're about to pursue is going to bring its own kind of challenges and things you're going to have to stay on top of is what keeps the excitement. You're not going to get bored with this, okay? So don't go into it thinking that you're going to be able to rest on those 4 pentacles. The goal is to get to the 10, not the 4, okay? Which is going to keep requiring you to take calculated risk over and over and over again, and not be afraid to do so, okay? Yeah, 5 of Cups. So when things shift and when things change, don't get disappointed. Try not to cry over the spilled milk for too long. Let it be motivation and inspiration to figure it out. A new problem to solve, a new challenge to rise to. That's honestly, for whoever this message is for, that's really where you thrive and shine. Easy to thrive and shine when things are consistent. You can easily dominate that. But what about when things are challenging or change on a dime or shift unexpectedly? Who are you then? That's what you're about to discover. And that is going to be a beautiful thing for you, my love, because it is going to expand you in ways that you're ready to be stretched and expanded. Okay, so then what's healing here with this star energy? Healing and aligning for Capricorn-Aquarius as they gear up to pursue this Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Wands endeavor. The second bloom, second chance, and new possibilities. You might have tried your hand at whatever this is before, and maybe it didn't work out. Maybe it did get kind of swept up in the boom or, you know, oversaturation. A whole bunch of people doing it at the same time. So maybe it did kind of get swept up in the current, but that doesn't mean it wasn't aligned for you. It's time to dust yourself off and try again, Capricorn-Aquarius. Okay? Maybe this was it. Maybe what you perceived as failure kind of kept you from trying again, or made you feel like you weren't meant to be successful in something, and that's not the truth. You just got to figure out your success. You got to carve out what that looks like for you. Yeah, the return. New story, alignment, and coming together, and the bloom. Creations realize, right time, and celebrate. Maybe it just wasn't the right time. That doesn't mean that your creation, this Ace of Wands, wasn't worth it or isn't valuable. But it seems like the right time is approaching, Capricorn-Aquarius. So you're going to want to strike while the iron is hot, while you feel that internal guidance to do so. Don't be afraid to try again. Seriously, because this time you'll be celebrating. Think about how often we block ourselves from things just because we tried it once and it didn't work out. Don't let that be your story. Write a new one. A new story where you didn't give up. You tried again. And it worked. Yeah, clarity, a fresh start, and a positive outlook. Maybe that's it too. Maybe when you attempted it, you didn't have a fully clear vision. So when the challenges started to arise, you weren't able to really handle them or work through them. But now you have a clear vision. Now you know yourself maybe a little bit more. You know and understand your skill sets a little bit more. Now you know how to offer it, okay? And make sure you step into whatever this ace energy is with a positive outlook. What's the ace? You're only missing the Ace of Swords. So maybe that's what's to come. You have 3 aces. You need that Ace of Swords to fully step into this Magician energy, okay? Take this time in between receiving this ace to tap into your sacred power of expression. Figure out what your unique expression is. If you have a unique aesthetic that you want to share, or way of putting something about putting information together in a unique way that makes sense to you, it's going to make sense to other people too. So don't be afraid to put that out there when you feel called. What else is healing here for Capricorn-Aquarius? Hidden in plain sight. Learning and teaching. Exactly. Those voids or those issues that you can address, those problems, those worries, those concerns, they're all hidden in plain sight. They're all right there for you to learn. Okay, and it's going to help you teach and create something in a way that, again, is valuable. Is valuable. The beloved within in relationships, a sacred union, innocence, forgiveness, and self-kindness. Right. Right. Don't beat yourself up for what didn't work in the past. The only way you would really want to beat yourself up is if you didn't try again. If you let what didn't work keep you from trying to figure it out. Okay, so forgive what you need to forgive. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself a second chance, because there's new possibilities, new energy, new timing, right? New awareness, new consciousness that the whole collective is stepping into. So what didn't make sense maybe a couple years ago, people are starving for and looking for now. Don't give up on whatever this dream is, Capricorn-Aquarius, okay? Love yourself enough to try again. That's an act of self-love. Not giving up on your dreams, not giving up on you. Yeah, say yes, open, not broken, trust life. Exactly. Say yes to the opportunity to explore this again. Say yes to that call from your inner self, from your spirit to, yeah, realize this creation. Make something happen. Brothers of the Rose, sacred masculine protection and support. Maybe that's it too. Maybe you were looking at the wrong audience. Maybe what you have to offer benefits another community than what you originally thought. Okay? Answer the call to leadership and soul gifts. Exactly. You're anointed with this vision. You're anointed with this insight. The divine wouldn't give that to you just for it to lie dormant. It's just about finding the right time and the right audience, the right moment, okay? And for some of y'all, you need to turn from consuming so much of whatever this is and start creating from that authentic space. Because overconsumption, especially if you're doing market research for something, can definitely skew your view of what your authentic voice is. So it's like it has to look like this and it needs to be like that because that's what everybody's doing and that's what seems to work. But again, your unique stamp on it can still work amid all of that. And then what happens when that doesn't work anymore? Then you got to figure it out again. When you can just be true to yourself, and once that wave hits that peak of what works for you or your own uniqueness, that's when everything pops off. Okay? Yeah. The sacred waters, replenishment, and the bud. Yeah, potential. It's happening. Keep going. Exactly. Keep going at this dream, at whatever this is for you. And you know what? Make sure you're learning from mistakes as well. Seeing people maybe burn themselves out. Make sure you have things in place that prevent you from burning out like that. Okay? Take care of yourself. But don't stop. Like, don't give up on whatever this is, Capricorn-Aquarius, okay? You'll find it. You'll find your pocket. Alrighty, my loves, I'm going to leave it there. I really do hope that this message was helpful for whoever it was for. And if it resonated with you, let me know what connected in the comments. Y'all know I love to chat with you down there. So go ahead and drop me a comment. And if you want to stay a little bit private, but just to let me know that you were here, you tuned in, and you resonated here, you can use our sanctuary code that is in the comments down below. Drop any rose to show gratitude. Drop your favorite heart color or favorite heart emoji to show some love. And if anything really touched your soul, you can drop a lightning bolt. And if you're just here tuning in, viewing the energy, enjoying the reading, even if nothing kind of connected in this moment, you can drop a candle to hold space for those that did connect with this message. This is how we support each other in our lovely community here. I thank you to everyone who has been using the code. I love to see it in the comments, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm grateful for y'all, truly. Okay, don't forget you have the August astrology and love readings for all 12 cusps available on my store for individual download and purchase. That is a lifetime access, so one purchase, you'll always have access to that reading. At the end of the month, the bundle prices for every cusp astrology and love reading that you can kind of buy together at a discounted price won't be available ever again. Okay, on the 31st, all those individual readings will be locked behind the Sacred Rose membership vault on the store, so you can always join there if you want access to all 24 readings every month. But they won't be available for individual purchase again, so make sure you guys grab them while you can, okay, or join the Sacred Rose and you'll always have access to them. But I thank you and I love you and I appreciate all your support. The other ways that you can nurture our sanctuary here are listed in the description box below, so read that through. And I will catch y'all in our next one. All right, love you lots. Namaste.